Recorder's on.
Sun glares on it.
Just so you know.
I'll bring this meeting of the Hermosa Town Board, Tuesday, August 15th, regular meeting to order at 6 p.m. Roll call. Halsworth?
Here.
Kramer?
Here.
Ferguson?
Here.
Hendrickson?
Here.
Stiles here. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, special members and all the public. So, let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is that me?
In the kitchen.
It's. I thought I powered it off. I'm sorry, Jerry. I actually thought I powered it off. Your face is red. Yeah, story of my life.
Review of the current agenda items. Request a motion to accept the agenda as presented / amended.
I'll make that motion for.
Vicky
as
makes
presented.
the motion.
I'll second.
Donna seconds it. Any discussion? If no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, say same. Did everybody vote? Motion carries unanimous, okay. Special items on the agenda is next. Meeting protocol. Citizens will have the opportunity to comment on agenda items, but only after the bot discussion has ended, just before the vote is called. Request bot members and those in the audience to refrain from having side conversations. There will be no special rules of order at this time. Next on the agenda is Jill, and she's going to present to us the lead line inventory and all the great work she has done.
A presentation. So I have some stuff on your desk, and I don't know if anyone else is interested. We have to, you got one of those? Okay. We have to verify all the lead lines in our entire town on the public side and the private side. We have none on the public side, but we do have some older homes in town that could possibly have lead lines either underneath there or still hooked up to lead lines. So I did give you one of these that states that we do have to develop and submit an inventory for both the privately owned and the publicly owned, and the actual water system has to do that, so that'll be us, and it is due by October 16th, 2024. So part of my stuff that I was working on with the mapping is I have our entire town all mapped out through the Midwest Assistance Program, and I've already verified most all of the lines after 1988 on the private side. So we have actually very little work to do before October of 2024 compared to other towns. What I've been able to do is the South Dakota DNAR has given us a spreadsheet, and this is how long the spreadsheet is, that all the towns have to fill out. So if you're a town of 4,000, you're going to go down and fill out all of this stuff. What I've been able to do through the mapping GIS, is I've gone in here and all of these little dots, I click on them, and there's a drop down, and I can go in and fill out all these fields, which is what I have done.
Nice.
And what Ron from Midwest Assistance has done is he takes all that information and he just transfers it right over to a spreadsheet. So all my stuff is already in there. We just need to verify the lead lines that are before 1988. So we have this Bartlett and West is who South Dakota DNR is working with. And they've given us, this packet right here shows you some marketing materials that will be hanging up in our town to try to get everybody on board to get this completed by October of 2024. So we'll be hanging those up. One of the things tonight that I wanted to, some of the towns, that'll be on the first page, are trying to have incentives for the private side for folks to either go on their website and fill out the survey themselves to indicate the lead lines. And that information is going to be on all these flyers that we're going to post up everywhere, or we'll even probably mail them out to folks that have a home before 1988, and they can go do that. For other folks that don't have a computer or don't want to go in and do the survey online and do it that way, we are going to have a paper form that you can stop by the office and pick up, and then you take that home and fill out all the information. And you're actually supposed to provide pictures of your lead lines too, which might create a slight problem. I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about doing that. So tonight I kind of wanted to just put the bug in your ear of what kind of incentive we can do to get the private side to do the work and fill out the information for us, the survey. Otherwise, before October of 2024, it will be the town's responsibility and our Public Works Department to go out and verify all that information. So we want to try to save money and get the private citizens to fill out this information for us, so we're not going door to door, walking down in people's basements, crawling under their mobile homes to get all of this information. I mean, it seems like a long ways away, October of 2024, but it's really not that far away. And it is mandated, we have to do it. The EPA is mandating that we do it. So in this packet I have some of the smaller, or kind of the middle of town is where most of our older homes are. And anything that still has a little dot there, that is a home that needs to be verified on the private side. So once we get the survey back, we'll go in and fill out that side, and then it'll be presented to the EPA for our town. Do you have any questions?
I do.
You do?
This isn't all of the homes that aren't shown yet, though, right? You just showed us
By the time
partial.
I make this big enough to show all that, I would have to. I mean, it would have been nice if I could have put it up there, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So.
But that's showing us what's left that on your list.
Not just what's left. This is the main part of town is probably the middle part of town where mostly the older homes are, and those will have to be. But every single home that we supply water to is got a dot on it, and it's been filled out with information. And the homes that still have the dot on them, the older homes, those are the ones that need to be verified. And then once they're verified, then they just turn all blue and all the information is filled out, and we know that home's good to go. What else do I have in here? I collapsed everybody's names on the spreadsheet, but I did go through, that's how I started this project, is I went through the actual tax assessment book and had different tabs of spreadsheets that I could go in and put, you know, everybody before 1988, everybody after 1988, and then I do have a spreadsheet that I need to, you know, we just need to do some investigating and find out, you know, actually when that home or business or building was built and go from there. So we do have some research to still work on and still do, but we do have a year to plug away at it. I think we only have probably about 70 homes that are before the 1988. So that's really not a lot, you know, to investigate. We have a whole year to do it. Some of the bigger towns, also this mapping thing, when I went to the training about a month ago, there are very few people that are actually doing this mapping thing. Custer County showed up with their giant spreadsheet. They're going down and doing it, just plugging away in a spreadsheet. Where I actually have this mapping system that I have the drop downs and they will automatically just, I just send it to Ron and he automatically just populates all the information. And then this information populates into a spreadsheet. Yes?
Gumbo Lily, I know that we've been talking to Mark McIntyre. Now, they're gonna be responsible to do their own, being they buy the water from us?
From what I understand, yes. So I asked that question when I went to the training, and I do have Gumbo Lily. Gumbo Lily is in my system already, the 15 homes. So, I mean, I'd be happy to work with them and we can do it well, I guess I won't be here anymore. But the next person can work with them and, I mean, it's only 15 homes.
Yeah.
But it would be probably KJ Teller's job as the person that's in charge of that water system to go out and make sure that those surveys are filled out and they get.
And then they can be entered by the city.
Yes, if they can even get them to us, we can, because I have all of their addresses and it's already built in the database. So.
You do an excellent job, Joe.
Okay. Am I done? Is there any more questions?
So everything in the yellow that you have, the dates.
All those homes are before 1988 because the lead
Remember
line.
all the ones that need to be verified, yeah.
Yes, they need to be verified what they are. And then I do have this other spreadsheet on there. These are just some addresses and different places that I couldn't find any information on. I was not able to find a year that it was built in the assessment book. I've dug through parcel files. I haven't been able to find any dates that pertain to that home. So we're gonna have to do some investigating on some of those.
What does the green, red, and blue like?
I believe the green is out of town. As you can see, that's Fairgrounds Place. And we are gonna have to do Fairgrounds Place because anyone who we supply water to, we will have to do.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure what the red means, that I just don't have an answer, I think.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was where you had to verify yet on.
But all of these, because the year built is empty. This whole thing is empty, so I need to fill out. The minute I get a year, I can at least, I know the homes that are after 1988 are good to go, so I'll go in and fill out that information. But anything that's before 1988, that'll still have to be investigated and a survey will have to be filled out to verify if the lines are lead or not.
You good for me to ask questions?
Yeah.
So Jill, what are some of the other towns doing for incentives to get people to fill out the surveys?
Some people had like a Yeti cooler drawing that they were gonna do. They were giving people, $10 off of their water bill if they fill it. Just anything you can get to make the citizen go down in their basement and check the boxes and do all the work, then that keeps us from sending Chuck and Chucky Jr. out to do it because someone from our town will have to do it. It needs to be done by October 2024. And we don't want to pay our guys if the citizen can just go down there and spend 10 minutes filling it out and take a picture of it, that saves time for us. So I guess we need to come up with some type of incentive because probably before I go, I would like to get some of this marketing stuff hung up and ready to go. And one of the, on the bottom of one of the flyers is another good reason to complete the survey. And then we can put in there what kind of incentive we're gonna give for citizens to fill it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that on the agenda for the next meeting.
Well,
But it'll be too late.
it'll be too late for her,
No,
but we could talk about it at our budget meetings.
Yeah. That'll be. And if we need to, we'd have a special meeting to get it done. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Well, Jill, it's obvious the reason why you're getting a job at MAP because of what you've done with this, so it's incredible what you've done, and we appreciate.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Appreciate
everything you've done.
Mhm.
It was fun. I really like working in it, and I'm so glad I got a job.
Well, you
Working in
you
it.
could stay here and, finish
No.
it, but,
Maybe you just stay and finish it.
yeah.
Your forte.
Any other questions?
Nope. Anyone, audience have any questions?
Did you do Brophy?
What?
Did you do Brophy Road?
Brophy
It's on the
Road.
list.
Please users.
I saw that on here.
It's on the
There's
list.
3 houses out there.
Oh, it's on the list. I wonder if I have them on my thing. I'll have to look into that.
Thanks, John.
It's where your red scale is.
I thought it was on there.
I'll have to look and make sure they're in my database.
We can go over that list.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
all right.
Thank you, Jill.
Jill.
Request a motion to remove agenda item 3C from the agenda.
I'll make that.
Vicky makes the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Donna. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. Consent calendar. Request a motion for the approval of the August 1st, 2023 regular meeting minutes and the August 9th, 2023 special meeting minutes as presented / amended. I have a motion. Someone pre-
I'll make it.
Motion made by Vicky. You have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Donna. Any question, or any discussion? If no discussion, all in favor of approving the meeting minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say same. Motion carries unanimous. Is there any conflict of interest declarations? Okay. Under claims, review payroll and claims. Request a motion to approve the claims as presented / amended. Request a motion.
I'll make it.
Vicky makes a motion,
I'll second that.
seconded by Linda. To start the discussion, I would like to, I went on the same trip with, up there, and I didn't save my meals receipt, so Monica had me fill out a different receipt, and I just want to make sure that that was the right receipt to fill out.
Yeah, she gave you per diem.
Okay, and I just want to make sure that's right. Otherwise, I'll just go back and just want the mileage, but okay. All right. Any further discussion on the claims?
What was the fuel for the lagoon aerator? Fuel for the lagoon aerator?
Yeah,
What was it?
yeah, it was for that aerator, the pump.
Oh, to
The circulator.
run the pump?
Yeah. Yeah. Takes a gallon an hour, and we ran it. Several days. And we let it run out at night, but the problem with that was the priming and stuff, so we tried to keep it running 24 hours a day. But that meant fueling at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then again early in the morning. And it's kind of a bugger to reprime.
I guess I didn't know we approved for an aerator and pump and all that stuff, but that's why I asked.
This is,
Did I miss something?
I think that's, the reason you did it is because there was complaints about odor and stuff, right, Chuck? That's,
Well, Danny Ayers gave me the blueprint to make it, and they'd indicated that that would help very much in getting more oxygen in there besides using the peroxide to get the colors changed back and get it turned back over, getting back where it needs to be.
and I think that's just part of what Chuck does to operate the system and keep the system running like it needs to be. There's no way he can come back to us for every little penny that needs to be spent. I don't think there needed to be an authorization for him to operate the lagoon and maintain the lagoon.
I don't know, we had a couple $100 maybe in material, the town already owned the pump, and we
Yeah.
just put everything together and put it in there.
And then DNR knows about it? For that best management plan? Okay.
Yes, Linda?
Chuck, this is the same thing we've talked about for a year now, that you were gonna build and, okay, yeah, thank you.
It's not just something,
Yeah, that's what I thought, just was clarifying.
any further discussion? All in favor of approving the claims as presented, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say the same. Motion carries unanimous. Next agenda item is 7, law enforcement abatement and complaints. I'll let Donna talk a little bit on our stuff.
Well, we have got all the paperwork back for the marshal. I would like to present Slade Heed. He's sitting over there. He will be our new marshal. And I believe he's planning on starting, what, the 21st for Eve? I mean, Eve.
Yeah, we have an agenda item.
Slade.
Yeah.
I have gotten 2 quotes on getting the car detailed. The one I had just had my car detailed at, and it is $175, and I would like to see that we get the car in so that we can get it cleaned up before, it won't be cleaned up before you take it, because they can't do it till the end of the month. Everyone I called was the end of the month, so. And then we also need to have the tires checked, the batteries checked, and just a little
Kind of a full
general
service.
overall mechanical checkup on it.
And we got approval to do that in a past meeting. And what we're looking at the tires, the DOT date on the tires, if it's over 5 years, even though the tread looks good, we need to address the tires, so.
And then I guess he has to take it up to Custer to get all that equipment.
Yeah, he's been coordinating, we'll coordinate that, okay. And we'll, item number D, we'll actually, or E, I mean, we'll go there, so we got a couple other items. Any more on abatement? Oh, Custer County log,
Yeah.
it is here.
yeah.
We have the Custer County log. Any questions from the board on the Custer County log?
No, does Liz have anything to say?
Yeah, and Liz, do you have anything to say?
No, I was waiting for Linda.
Linda?
Thanks. The one that caught my eye was, the 12th gunshots.
Gunshots, it was, last month it was fireworks.
That's what I wondered, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
The only thing recent is just the power lines, the trees, and the house that flipped.
Was that flipped? Same.
Now we can go to abatements. Yeah. on abatements.
Well, they're progressing along pretty good. I gotten some that I am very happy about. And I have a couple that's really little stinkers, so we're still working on that. And otherwise, I was very happy with the way the parade route looked during the parade, so that was my big goal. And anybody that has mowed and cleaned up their yard, I would really like to say thank you.
And I know one of the items on here that I think is item John Preston. Yeah, okay, item number 1, 2, 3, 4.
We did do that.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
It's complete.
because he called me and told me he got
Yeah.
it done.
Yeah, okay. Sure appreciate you guys going out and looking at all that stuff.
It was kind of fun to find out where the people live that we don't even know
Yeah.
where they are.
Kind of interesting.
As far as the dumpsters, I think Mr. Hallsworth had presented a proposal in the past on it. I think that we still can't take no action on that until after the budget.
Yeah, and right now we need the dumpsters. I guess they're supposed to, did you not contact them, Gail, for,
Oh, yeah.
and they're supposed to pick up some
They
today,
hoped
tomorrow, or
yesterday-
sometime as soon as they can.
They hope today or tomorrow.
Yeah, we called them first
Yeah.
thing, Gail called them
Yeah,
first
because
thing
they are
Monday
full,
morning.
full, so.
Yeah, Gail called them first thing Monday morning.
But
and-
I'm happy that nobody has dumped alongside the dumpsters. They kind of have seen they're full and they've kept them in their yards and not dumped.
I'm not sure that's totally the case. I think people were dumping out there today.
Yeah.
On the ground?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't drove by
Kind of
there
a mess
today.
out there, I think it was.
I cleaned it up twice and pushed it 6 times myself, and then today caught one out-of-towner dumping in there that I told couldn't, and I had Gail on the phone with me when I talked to the individual and found out who the individual he was hauling from. And there was some other out-of-towners we watched dump in there, and
Yeah.
so it's a matter where
Yeah, I was over there on Sunday after the parade until late and pushing down when I could. And I think your loader does a little better than mine because I had it pushed as hard as I could, but I seen your loader must be heavier. You got it down further than what I could, so.
10
And I
more
know
loads
Chuck
that got put in
several times
when I
too.
went up there, and 4 more today, and then whatever else is dumped, I want the girls to, if they will tomorrow, pull the tapes and see who dumped after 1 o'clock, because that's when I did the final cleanup, and make sure they weren't from out of town like we caught earlier. And it was expressed to the gentleman if he wanted to pay the dumpster fee, he was more than welcome to dump them, so.
Yes,
I'd like to thank everybody that has contributed to taking care of that. It's a nonstop right now, and you guys' help is really appreciated. Thank you.
I believe Chuck pushed him down some too
Yeah.
as he went by, so. Kind of a community effort, and I sure appreciate Dan for you doing it. I could bring my unit over and took care of some of it, so. The dispatch contract, that's coming up, but that's pending. It needs to be signed by October, I believe, right? So that'll stay pending. The next subject is item number E. I just request a motion to hire Slade Ebe as the town marshal. And I don't know if I want to put this salary out, okay. And starting on the 21st of August, 2023, and having him get sworn in by a judge. Our lawyer, attorney can't swear in, have to be by a judge. So, and he can do that before the 21st? If he's gonna start on the 21st, or does he have to start and then?
No, he should get sworn in before he starts.
Yeah, so if you could, would you be able to possibly start on the 21st?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you don't want to go to Custer to do that because I think their judge is out until next Thursday. I think I understood that. So you're probably going to have to contact somebody in Rapid City to do that. And I could get you who Brad Westergaard went to. I see if I could figure out what the person's name, which judge that was on there for you.
Just
Okay.
call the administration office there.
Okay.
They need a magistrate, they need a circuit judge.
Okay, I'll call them right away in the morning for you, Slade.
Thank you.
And then I just requested motion, any requested make a motion to do that?
Oh, yeah, I'll make that.
Vicky makes the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Donna. Any further discussion? Linda?
Have we paid the full month of August to Custer County? And so now we're gonna have both entities for 10 days?
Yes,
Or-
and the reason that is a good thing is because
Good question.
Slade has to go up and do training to come in, what, you said, maybe 2-3 days of training?
At
Up
least
there.
2 or 3 days of training. I've got to go over to Custer and learn their computer system, get access into that computer system, get an ID card. I've got to go and get firearm certified. I've got to develop and get both office done as well as use supports before I can actually start.
He's gonna try to get all that, and that's why it's good that we hire and have that overlap.
Radios put in the cars, there's no radios in the cars. Custer County has all the radios currently.
Right.
Go through the equipment that is there, see what is needed. There's some administrative stuff that I gotta get done before I feel before we cut Custer County loose on the day-to-day.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes, Dan,
What did we put his starting salary at then?
52.
Okay, and then, it'll be exciting having our own police officer
I
again.
appreciate that. 2
2 of our radios are at Custer County that they came and got, that we can get back, that we got in that grant process.
Yeah, we've worked with Marty and right now we're just gonna equip one of the vehicles. And so we'll get one of the car radios back. We have three handheld radios, hand receipt to them also, and we'll be getting one of those back. Marty asked if he could keep the other 2. They had 2 that went bad until they get theirs. They got them on order. They haven't came in yet. And we can get by with the one vehicle and the one for right now, I believe.
And then I know there's a couple individuals that'd love to be reserves if you're open and willing when the board gets to that point to look at that aspect of it too. That would be probably really helpful for you too and help build yourself a little team here in town too. So,
Thank you.
so I think that'd be a great opportunity. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, now let's do this then. No further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Now you're welcome. Thank you. And I'm pretty excited about it. Things are gonna go well, so. Okay, request a motion to remove agenda item 7E from the agenda.
I'll make that.
Motion made by Vicky,
I'll second that.
second by Linda. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. Next item is 8, legal. Did you have any input for us today?
No, I do not.
Okay. The next agenda item is 9, engineering, the water rehab project. ACES is working on resubmittal. I don't have a date when she thinks she's gonna have that done. The next item is B, the Hermosa sidewalk project. They're finishing that up, doing some of the final crossing and concrete work, and they've done some of the putting soil and topsoil up against the sidewalk, but that heavy rain we did damage that a little. I think they'll have to redo some of that, but that's going well. The sewer project, the lagoon design and expansion, TDG Design is working on their recommendations for the lagoon project. There was a motion made and passed in the past where we were gonna have another PE engineer look at it and just see if there is something that we can add to that's not gonna take a lot of time and not a lot of money to the project to make it more efficient. that's where that's at. We went ahead on the special meeting, we approved to hire AET. AET's been hired to do borings as required in the South Dakota DNR letter dated August 3rd, 2023. The design criteria for the wastewater pond requires soil borings to determine surface and subsurface soil characteristics. The borings, as with the influent sampling, should have been done and accomplished at the beginning of the design project. The next item on it is that under the sewer project is I'd like to request a motion to allow the BOP president to request a proposal for the bid services and construction administration for the lagoon expansion project. The contract needs to be online before the lagoon expansion project is approved by South Dakota DNR, so construction and bidding can start. Request a motion for that.
I'll make it.
Motion made by Vicky,
I'll second it.
second by Donna. To start the discussion, one of the things I found out when I was calling around and talking to some of the other A&E firms is that the bid services and the construction administration should have never ever been pulled out separate from the design project. Industry-wide, that doesn't happen that way. It did for us, so that's why we gotta go out and hire another contractor to do the bid services and the construction administration. Any further discussion? Did you have a question, sir?
No.
Oh, you were looking intently. I thought, no. I didn't have no wisdom to tell you. If no further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, say same. Motion carries unanimous. The water sewer, item number D, the water sewer facility plan is pending. The Black Hills City, item F, the Black Hills Council of Local Governments, that's pending. F is the Town of Hermosa Water and Sewer Extension Project. We're still waiting back on a reply from South Dakota DNR on the last submittal that was put together by ACES and Elmer Claycomb. We haven't heard anything back on that. I think their 30 days is up towards the end of next week, I believe. The Moses Hills drainage. Tomorrow there's going to be one or two more loads hauled onto that road that we were looking at on Walters Dam, and then we have a grader coming out and they're going to grade it and crown it, and so hopefully by the end of the week it'll be ready for us to inspect and approve. So Whitney Street drainage, that's still pending. Facility plan for the booster, that's pending. Rural development application, and that's pending. The next agenda item is planning and zoning. Permit number 2022-25 revised digging right-of-way sewer connection parcels 0099318 and 0093119. The way I understand it, Chuck, is that it's just waiting on getting an engineer to come up with what needs to be done.
Been here this week and I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Next is 10B, under planning and zoning. It's 2023-06 commercial remodeling permit application for 250 Main Street, storage loft pin. In the last meeting, we had a motion and it approved and to go out and get an A&E, or professional engineer to do the final, or do a compliance inspection of it. And I reached out to Hermosa and Aggie and tried to set up a date. Brad was out of town, so we couldn't do it at that time. So, and then Brad called back to Jill, and I think it was on Tuesday or Monday, And pretty much Brad said that doesn't wanna pay for the inspection, and he's gonna have just remove the loft. So that's kind of where that's at. So, being as we need to have an inspection on it, he doesn't wanna have an inspection, he wants to remove the loft, so I request a motion to send a letter to Brad to have the loft removed by 15 September of 2023. Failure to meet this date will result in cancellation of his contract. May I have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Donna, come on.
Donna made it,
I'll second.
Vicky seconded it. Any discussion? If no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say same.
Nay.
Motion carries. One, what was yours, Linda?
Mine's a nay also. I think your time frame of having him get it removed is a little short. So, it's my opinion. Thank you.
Yep, yeah, we had an opportunity for discussion, and yeah, I guess you didn't
Yep, I
choose to do
didn't.
that.
You're right.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, motion carries. One of the things I did when I was looking at, I reviewed the lease agreement that the town has with Brad, and to make sure that we could set a deadline and send a letter to him, and then, in the fact if he doesn't satisfy it by the date that the board decides, that yeah, it could be a reason to terminate. One of the things in the review of the contract, it states that the town will have a key to the building in case of emergencies. 2 individuals from the town tested the town key and it did not work. This is a violation of the contract. The key wouldn't go in the lock. So this is a violation of the contract. Yes, sir.
Did you ask him about the key then, why they didn't work, or if he got bad keys made?
He was out of town.
Well, I would give him the opportunity to make it right.
Well,
before he gets
we're gonna
fixed.
give him an opportunity to make it right.
Thank you.
So the next thing is I just request a motion to send a letter to Brad, because it's a contract, we're gonna send a letter stating as per the contract, he needs to provide the town a key by 21 August of 2023. Failure to do so by that date will result in the termination of his contract. I request a motion for that.
You're just giving him less than a week?
All he has to do is change the padlock.
I know, but that's, he said he's out of town, I don't know.
Well, I think is he back now?
No, he's in Oklahoma for a while.
Okay,
I think he was almost gonna be there for almost a month.
Why don't you give him
With
the same time
family.
as the other one, September 15th?
That's part of the discussion. So you want to, does somebody want to request to amend the motion to the
Request that.
motion? Vicky requested a motion to amend the main motion from 21 August to 15th of September. Motion made by Vicky. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Donna. Any further discussion on it? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same.
Nay.
Nay. Motion carried. Linda?
Yeah, I'm a nay.
Okay.
Your name?
Thank you.
Okay, now, yes,
Can that be in one letter?
Yes, that's what I
Yes.
thought.
Thank you.
It'd
Yeah.
be nice to have it
Yeah.
same day.
Is Mitch writing that letter?
I sure can.
Okay,
I think that'd be the one to write it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we go back to the main motion and voting on the main motion to have the letter go. So we're voting on the main motion with the change to 15th August of 2023. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Who
And
made
all-
that, I'm sorry, Jerry. Who made that motion to begin with? Somehow I did not get that down in my paperwork.
Vicky made it and Donna seconded.
The original motion?
The original motion,
Donna,
and then,
Donna made it, and I seconded it.
and then the second motion was to change the date, and that was done by
I did that.
Vicky and seconded by Donna.
What you have?
I have, there's been 3 motions made,
No, two.
no 3.
Two.
Well, the
First
first
one was already
one,
voted on, that was to.
yes,
for
but-
him to
and I
remove-
have that one
remove
written down.
The law.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's just been 2 motions made on this. The main motion was with the 21st of August in it, and then there was a, after discussion with and Mitch's input, a motion was made by Vicky to change it to the 15th of August, of September. We voted on that, and that passed. And so then we went back to the main motion and voted on that, approving that, the letter and everything to go with it. But adding the 15th of October in it. Because the amended motion was just to change the date of September. The amended motion was to change the date. We approved changing the date. Then you gotta go back and approve the main motion.
Well, I understand that, Jerry, honestly, I'm pretty good about writing it down on my paperwork, and I don't have the second motion
Yeah.
as who made it
Yeah.
or who seconded
Yeah.
it, so, thank you for trying to.
And you got that, right? The next agenda item is Public Works. Mr. Ferguson.
Well, I don't have much on the streets other than we have quite a little damage from the rain, looked like. And street lights, I don't know if there's anything that's out that I've seen. Anybody else seen anything? Okay. We had quite a battery of tests done on the water and everything come back good. So, and our quarterly was good again. So, everything's hunky-dory on the water. We do have the situation with the tower up there, and I had talked to a different firm about sealing the bottom of that tank, and they're putting a proposal together to get that sealed. And there is other people out there to do that kind of work other than Midco, so compare the pricing and see what we get there. It's something we're gonna do yet this fall, but we can't drain it down at this time of year. So that's kind of pending at this point.
Yep.
But there is definitely a leak, and you've seen what Midco charges for their JV well patch, $3,800.
And this will be a dry fix this time then, right? You'd be draining the tank
There's a
down.
couple different methods. They can put a bladder in there and take it up the wall about a foot and seal it. So that does not allow any water to make any contact of any sort with the bottom of that tank. And the manufacturer and the people that put it in for us was American Engineering, and they went defunct in 16 or 17. And some of the original people that were involved in that, I did make contact with those people, and I said, somewhere around 20 years, I said, well, the glass line was supposed to be such a wonderful feature when we put that system in there. And I said, you're telling me it's not going to last more than 20 years? Well, didn't get a real clear answer on that, but anyway, at this point, we're going to have to seal that bottom so we don't have any further damage. And I stayed in contact with those people, and probably will be within 2 or 3 weeks to set up a time to seal that. They originally want to drain the tank, so we just can't do that this time of year. I mean, so we'll have to use it down through daily use to get it down to where it's respectable to be able to drain it. I mean, we can't drain 330,000 gallons, or somebody's going to be flooding somewhere. So that's where that's at. Sewer, like I said, we made that aerator, put in there, and must have been a little lack of communication on the design. We had a little trouble with it at first, but we got that ironed out, and it works good. I mean, it shoots that water out there probably 4 or 5 feet, and color's starting to change now, I'm gonna say another. We may have to put another dose of peroxide in there. He wanted to sell me a 55-gallon drum at that time, and I said, we want 5-gallon drums. And, but we may have to dose it again in 30 days if it doesn't clear up. We've had it happen before, but it actually cleared itself up. At this time in 30 days it didn't do it. So we'll be the process as soon as we can. We'll stay with it. The temperatures have helped quite a little. If it gets 100 degrees for the next week or so, that makes a big difference. So that would evaporation is horrendous. That last hot spell we had, in about 4 days it dropped almost a foot. And over that surface area, that is a tremendous amount of water. They say in the irrigation trade that if an inch of rain on an acre amounts to 1 million gallons of water. So the temperatures definitely have a lot to do with that. I think that's it.
Linda, you had a question?
Yeah, it's just, is the aeration system, is that helping with the evaporation also?
I think it is. I mean, that's part of the problem when it turns color like that, that lack of oxygen in there. And like I said, we've had it happen before, and it's, you know, it actually gets kind of pretty pink. And then it gets a really bad red. And I've seen it nice and blue at times, but that's the amount of volume we're putting in there. And our consumption for water is down quite a bit from what it was. We were pumping over 100,000 a day for several weeks there, but we're down into the 60,000 now. But all the rain has helped, you know, people are not watering, and not a lot of those sprinkler systems are set on timers, and don't matter if you get 1 inch of rain or 5 inches of rain, they still go off and flood the neighbor and everybody else, so I think that's it. Anybody got any questions?
Good. No further questions. We'll move on to the next agenda item, number 11C. The agreement for the performance of services of the Public Works and Town Maintenance contract. That's pending. We have to have that ready and be signed on for January 2024. The next agenda item is Chuck Irvine's training expenses. I guess Chuck is going to be taking the test. It's been paid for already, and he's going to be taking the test at the end of this month, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Tell him to study hard. I think you said he had all of his materials and stuff he needed to use to
He's
study.
passed a couple of, some of the minor ones that distribution and things like that. There's one he's hung up on, but we'll get through it.
Alrighty. Okay. Walter Street maintenance, the add gravel. Dan, did you have any update on that?
Hoping next week with all the rain and what conditions it did, it just slammed everything.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so I coordinated where I'm hoping the schedule will work for them next week.
Then you'll be bringing gravel then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things that request for that gravel over there, I think, was made in April, I think, by one of the businesses over there, the restaurant, so. Wanted to stay on top of it, okay. Chuck, any input on item number F? The no parking sign on Ferguson Street?
Well, I didn't get it up during the fair, just had too many irons in the fire, but part of it's broke off, but we can fix it, I just haven't had time to get
Yep,
it up. I
yep.
mean, it was, you know, there was 30 cars parked on the street, you know. There is a danger there, I mean, there's cars parked on both sides and kids darting back and forth, and of course with the camping on the west side, why, they were running back and forth between the camper and the ball games and whatever else was going on, so it creates somewhat of a danger there, I would classify it, but, you know, it's hard to break them. They parked there for years and years and years, you know. I was a little disappointed at the damage that was done on Dan's property over there by spending cookies and stuff that was unnecessary.
Another sign issue, a couple meetings back, it was approved to put up change the speed limit.
That was
Whitney?
done last week,
Is that,
well, about 3 days ago.
They've been put up.
oh, they're up?
Yes,
Oh, okay. I didn't notice it. Thanks. I just needed to know the update on that, so. Next agenda item is finance officer.
You done?
yeah.
So the July closing of the books July books are in the packet. I don't know if anybody has any questions on anything, but that's for July 31st closing. Okay. So, some other updates I have. The sidewalk extension, I guess, is actually under old business, so I'll just report on that in old business. I have a couple of little minor things. I had a call regarding a time capsule. Do we have a time capsule out here somewhere?
Yeah.
Right in front of the building.
So, we're trying to, the person's that's called just wants to know when it's gonna be opened back up. Is there a lid on it or something? I mean, oh, Joan.
Go ahead.
It's barely right in front of the building here, and we've always been gonna put a marker on it. I don't believe we've ever gotten that done, but yes, it is in a sealed PVC pipe, and there was no intention of opening it for many, many years, and it's only been 20.
20? So you're gonna leave
So
it?
I'm saying probably in another 50, I don't know. I mean,
Raise your hand if you're gonna be here in another 50 years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we might all come back, cause
we
somebody.
actually have pictures of what's in it if anyone is interested, I mean.
Oh, okay, because the person that actually called was Elena. She
Yeah.
wanted her little britches daycare stuff if she could get it.
Well, why did she put it in there? She wanted it back. That's silly. It's a time capsule.
Don't forget she did a daycare.
It's under the picture till it's open though.
Okay.
Thank you, Joan.
We have a question or a problem with feral cats. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do about feral cats. We have a couple problems down in Ferguson subdivision that one of the citizens is not happy and is probably gonna start, I don't know, I'm not sure, but not happy, but we need to figure out what we're gonna do about feral cats.
We have a black one
Vicky,
next
go
door.
ahead.
I'll start making some phone calls and see if we can put together a program to do spay or neutering and get the ear clipped and that kind of thing. I know that there have been a multitude of cats and babies showing up here lately again in town because the numbers were down. They're right back up now.
Sir, yes.
How much ammo did we buy the new Marshall?
Oh, don't even
You can't
go
do that.
Unrelated question.
I think, I appreciate you looking into that and see if we can't get a clinic, a portable clinic up here to catch the ones they can and then and take care of them, spay and neuter them. And I know there's another person in the community that's been taking them up to Rapid already, some of them, so. Yes, ma'am.
There is a South Dakota Spay and Neuter Coalition that will give you vouchers to get them done. And I don't have the number anymore. I did like 17 of them one year.
Okay.
Linda Llewellyn probably has the number.
Okay.
Okay.
So you got some place to start after. Thank you very much.
There's another place in town that's it's called Operation something. It's out on Deadwood Avenue too, so I'm
Okay.
gonna do some calling around, see what we can find out.
Okay. Well, we probably should get that in the budget. So, which is tomorrow night. So, okay, the dumpster pushing down. Chuck said he doesn't want to do the dumpster pushing down. So we've got to figure out something what we're going to do about the dumpsters.
And that'll be after the budget.
Right, okay. Regarding the emails, we talked last week, or the last meeting, regarding the Board of Trustees having emails, like, I have Gail at Hermosa SD, Jill at Hermosa SD, Stiles at Hermosa SD. We have 3 licenses for the emails. If we want to purchase more licenses, it's gonna cost $4 per user per month.
I thought
And
we had 10 licenses is what Monica said.
3. So then they said that, and in that case, by that way, you have to log on to office.com. It's not even Microsoft. You have to log into office.com, and it's $4 a month per user per month. If you don't want to log on to office.com and you want to have a Microsoft license, it's $12.50 per month per user. That's like $600. If you all really want to have the town email address.
We can still use our own, though, right?
Yeah, Mitch, in the last meeting, Mitch was saying it'd be better to have the town, but at that dollar amount, maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent.
It's been working the way it
This
was.
looks more, professional, but maybe it doesn't really matter.
Well, I think for you and you,
What do we pay for
it
the
needs to
3s?
be, you have your own.
Well, it's included in our monthly, whatever, of $550 a month
With
from
who?
Golden West.
Oh, well, when's that contract up for renewal?
I believe that this board re-signed that contract for 3 years in January or February of this year, I believe it was.
I never had a choice
Right.
for the server.
Yeah, didn't have an option, yeah.
Well, maybe next go around, when you're here 3 years from now, we'll get 10 for the same price.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought it was 10 is what Monica, because they bought 10 computers, one for each license or something like that, but whatever. If it's not, it's not. So.
Maybe it's just what's available to us is 10 total.
He said 3. And then we pay over.
Right.
We can get as many as we want.
No, I don't think it's worth it.
So then we need to have a motion to take Monica off the South Dakota Fit contract and put me back on that.
That makes sense.
Second.
Motion made by Vicky, seconded by Dan. Any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say same. Motion carries unanimous.
Okay, that's my report.
Okay.
Thank you, Gail.
Thank you, Gail.
Thanks for all you do.
Yep.
We're so glad you're here.
Now I request a motion to remove agenda items 12E and F off of the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Linda,
Second.
second by Dan. Any further discussion? No further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. Next agenda item is old business, the annexation, the voluntary annexation. I know the packages are getting ready to send out. The budget is going to be the rest of this week, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. So once we get the budget put together, then that'll be a priority to get those forwarded and start the process. The town sign is pending, deck staining, and the library deck staining, those are still pending.
Yeah.
Yep. Hermosa Connects, is there someone that was here from?
She just left.
Oh, she just left.
Selena just stepped out.
Okay. The sidewalk extension, item number F, from, extending it out past Ingalls Boulevard. I talked to Leo, and as his representation kind of the church, and he said, yeah, they would plan on it. I mean, this is a 2028 issue. He said, yeah, they will plan on doing it and maintaining the mowing and stuff along the sidewalk. One of the issues he has, and he's working with the DOT, is that they make those ditches so steep, like down in front of Pops. It's really hard to be on even a zero turn lawnmower and do those steeper deals. So, but their intention would be to do the snow removal on it and the grass mowing unless it's too steep. And he's already working with them on that. And I haven't heard anything back. Has anybody heard anything back from the Legion? Yes, ma'am.
I called both, I thought I was asked to do that, so I called
Oh,
both
yeah.
of them, and Leo said the exact same thing to me, but Bob King also said that they had the same issue. They're a little bit concerned about the steepness of the ditch, but they said that they would maintain it, but they want to make sure that if there's any damage by scraping the sidewalk or any heaving or anything like that, that they don't want to be responsible for any of those kind of costs. And they wanted to make sure that where it really actually is going to go in. So they have a few questions yet, I think.
Yeah, and in the South Dakota DOT, they got to work with every landowner all the way along 49, or along 40 to the east. So, I think that the citizens are giving their input about the steepness of the stuff. So,
That's all I have on that too.
yeah.
That was about snow removal.
What?
They say about snow removal.
Yeah,
They will do it.
It's another full block.
Yeah, but they will do it.
between the two places, they'll take care of the snow. The grass was the biggest thing, and they're working with DOT to try to get that slope better. But no, the snow removal, they know it's a 6-foot sidewalk, and they're willing to take that on. So. Next item on the agenda is item number G, the chicken ordinance. The backyard hen permit application forms and fees. Request a motion to approve the attached hen permit application form and fees per the working group meeting recommendations.
I'll make that motion.
Linda makes the motion and seconded by Vicky. Any discussion? If no further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same.
Nay.
Motion carries. 1 nay. Request a motion to remove the agenda item 13G from the agenda.
I'll make that.
Vicky makes the motion,
I second.
seconded by Donna. Any discussion?
Yeah, thank you. Are we gonna start letting out permits then immediately? After the,
Yeah,
okay,
after it's signed. Yeah.
okay.
This here says yes, okay. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say same.
I think,
So that's
You
removed.
vote on
you
that?
already
Already
did.
voted.
No, we voted on the hen permit itself. We were voting, I requested a motion to
Move it.
remove it.
Oh,
And it was,
excuse me.
motion made by Vicky, seconded by Donna, and then you had a question.
Okay, sorry.
So we answered that question, then we went back in to do the vote, so. And so did we do the vote? Okay. Under new business, South Dakota, or Southern Black Hills water presentation, that's still pending later this month. Contractor's license ordinance, chapter 112, there's been no further work on that yet. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. On the Southern Hills, you don't have any date yet, not even close.
No, they're still,
And the only reason I'm concerned is because I think those decisions can make a difference in the budget. And so,
yeah.
just a,
I don't
Can't do
wanna- I don't
anything.
wanna say nothing, but it's
Can't-
kinda in the attorneys are kinda working stuff right now, so they're trying to come,
Yeah,
and,
should discuss those matters in
executive session, okay. Thank you.
the contractor's license ordinance, there's been no further work on that, so that's still pending. Next item on the agenda is administrative assistant position. And we had in the special meeting, there was a motion made to have it, and it was passed to hire it as temporary. And now, with everything that's happening, I think we need to get it back to be a permanent one. Any discussion? I guess I'll just request a motion and then that'll open it up for discussion. Request a motion to rescind the motion to fill the AAP as a temporary position.
Make that.
Vicky makes the motion. Seconded.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Donna. Now it's open for discussion. One of the reasons that we decided to just go temporary was until we came up and got a new job description written. The new job description is written, and it's gonna be a motion down further. The next item under C is C2, would be, I would be requesting a motion to approve the new position description and title. So,
Is this for Joe's position?
Yes.
yes,
Do we have to have that so formal, Mitch? I mean, what happens I mean, I have no
Every
idea.
position's temporary.
Eh,
You work for the town.
Well, I know.
You can be removed at any time for any reason.
I know, but my point is, there might be somebody in the world out there that wants only a part-time position, you know? And if we leave it more open to what they are available for, what they are desiring for employment, then it gives us the freedom to possibly hire somebody, maybe somebody excellent, just wants a part-time job.
but then if it was a part-time, it'd be part-time. It wouldn't be a temporary, it'd be a part-time,
Well,
full-time. And
Right.
the reason I have to have this motion here before we can request to even go out and advertise as a full-time job, we gotta rescind the past motion from the last meeting. So,
Okay.
any further discussion? Yes, Dan?
So I've never seen what the position description is, or
It's in the packet.
It's right, Dan, it's right in front of you
This
at the
one here
top.
then.
Yep.
This is the new,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we'll be, like I said, that'll be on the next motion. Any further discussion? If no further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, say same.
nay.
Motion carries, 1 nay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it has to be rescinded, I'm an aye. I mean,
Next item on the agenda then would be the position description. And to get discussion started, request a motion to approve the new position description and title. Vicky makes the motion,
I second it.
Donna seconds it, and it's open for discussion. You can go ahead and review it and look at it. And when you're looking at some of this stuff, one of the things that I thought would be a good way to get exactly what the person needs to do is have the person who had the job write the description. So this is, I had Jill help write down, this is some of the things that need to be done.
I think it pretty well covers everything.
Yeah.
I mean, all the things, and we don't realize how much this person does do.
Yeah.
I don't understand, why would we want to advertise employees exposed to significant public scrutiny?
That's what.
Nobody would want that job.
Yeah. And that's how, I think that's how she feels, so that's why she put that in there, and that's why we're having a discussion, and we can take it out.
I would take it out.
Okay. Go ahead and line that one.
Yeah.
That's the third bullet from the bottom. Now, that's why I was putting it in front of everybody to let them have comments on it.
They usually end up calling me anyway, so.
Well, the hard part is that it's a truth, so where you don't want to blindside them either.
Yeah, but gee whiz, I don't know what that means. It's almost like we're saying it's okay if this is gonna happen to you. We support it.
And then there's a lot of communities, like if you go into, into Pennington County, or if you go into Rapid City, there's actually a sign up there that says, if you harass somebody, this is against, it's against their ordinance, it's a crime to do that.
I think that should be put up right over there too. $500 maximum fine.
And a roll of tape.
Yes, go ahead.
Do I get a chance to discuss on this, or is it just board discussion?
No, I mean, your input.
Okay. I have a real problem with this one. I think you've got a title for somebody that you're gonna crush. I mean, assistant, database management, billing clerk, and economic development. I'm having problems with this job description. And I believe that it's time for Hermosa to think outside of the box and not just necessarily hire a finance officer and then this person in that office to have to do all of this. I mean, she's working on that lead line. She's working on the GIS mapping. This is at least a $25 an hour job with full benefits, at least. I'm having a problem with this job description. I think that I agree with Linda. I think it's time to see if we can look at the budget and see if we can find a part-time person that would come in and maybe do the billing as a part-time situation. Economic development, I'm still struggling with that since there's a brand new.
Maybe you should edit it the way you think it should go out.
It's not a bad idea.
I just don't think there's a title that's out there that's called Administrative Assistant Database Management, Billing Clerk, and
Well,
Economic
right.
Development.
That's why you could edit it.
Well, they wanted to approve it tonight.
but-
and-
Well, we can table it.
You can table it.
We can,
That's what I thought might happen, but-
based upon input from Gail, request a motion to table this until the next meeting.
I make a motion, we table it till next meeting.
And then you can edit it. I'm sure she has that on her computer, right? Who typed this?
Jill did.
Okay.
But I can edit it, but this board has to figure out
Right.
really what they want that person to do or persons.
And I think after the budget would be a better time to talk about it.
Just redline your edits and they can compare.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Motion was made by Donna, seconded by Vicky. All in favor to, go ahead, Dan.
Well, I think the hard part is when's Jill leave?
She's gone in 2 weeks. I mean, and
now
that's
can have
another
anybody
issue.
to train
No.
in that situation, if you table this until after budget and that and for advertisement. I mean, if
We
we
can-
wanna change the headline name, change it to office assistant is what we had before.
Yeah.
And then list down the duties. It's sad that we're losing such a rock star that took it to this level of position, and you're very well aware of that position too, and the involvement, and that's why I guess I had more of a hard time with the temporary part, because maybe something that you'd even wanna do if you get a finance officer in and you wanna be that assistant in here and fill that position, then you'd be able to do that on a part-time basis.
Yeah, you could have
and not
part-time,
be
full-time.
related to a full-time. I think your other acknowledgements in here are only gonna put a classification to that assistant that they need to be aware of what duties are gonna be. It's not like they're going to walk in tomorrow and be able to administrate this schedule the next day. This took Jill, how many years now? You know, to gain that acknowledgement, put herself at this level of expertise of what she did. So,
No.
to me, you need to advertise it this way. If you wanna take that last third item out on the bullet point, like Mitch said, and put it in there, you have discussion on everything, that it's gonna take them, like it would a finance officer, a good year to just get their feet on the ground and then advance themselves from there. So I don't think you wanna wait 2 more weeks and not advertise it. I would change your top heading, put it out there, and start seeing if you got any applicants. Look what you had for finance officer.
Well,
And one of the reasons that I kind of wanted Jill to put a lot of these items down through here like this was in the job description, and you bring somebody in, and if you don't really have to find out, someone can just, hopefully Jill would never done it. She never done it once. I mean, she always just took on and took on. But we don't want it where someone say, well, that's not in my job description.
Aren't you gonna intimidate people with number 3 on there? Knowledge of municipal government process and applicable state, federal, and local laws, rules, ordinances, resolutions, abatements, and regulations. Jesus, I couldn't even do that.
Or willingness to learn.
Willingness to learn would be good.
Yeah, willing to learn
Instead
maybe.
of knowledge, have,
So under knowledge, willing to learn.
yeah.
Because that's what Jill has done. She's
Yeah.
learned it.
Yeah, so did Gail.
Willing to learn.
Or call the city attorney. That happens a lot, which is fine.
Okay.
Thank God you're there for it.
so are we gonna,
Shall we just kind of look down? Well, one of the things was, there was a motion made to table it. It sounds like we don't want to table it. So, and we had discussion, so let's go ahead and vote on that motion and get that motion out of the way. All in favor of tabling the position description, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed,
Nay.
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 So maybe the best way to do it, to save time stuff, we'll just start at the top. Is anybody have any issues with the first bullet?
I think does that sound right to you, Gail? Town office assistant as your heading?
you mean administrative assistant, you mean?
Right.
Yeah, I think taking the database management billing clerk should probably be on there.
But she does do database management.
I would just leave it in office, administrative office assistant.
Yep.
Yeah, everything else you can put in the job description,
Okay, yeah.
not in the title.
Okay. That sounds good,
So
so
just administrative assistant?
Yes.
is everybody okay with just the Town of Hermosa Administrative Assistant? Okay. Thank you, Dan. Now we go on.
And then you wanna add that at database management, billing clerk, and economic development then into the responsibility at the top then, underneath of that, and then go into your rest of them?
Yeah, she has them in there in different places. But that, we could do that, and then, even though it's mentioned someplace else, I think all
Well,
of
it is
them
in
are.
your fourth line,
Yeah,
brought in utility billing, you
yeah.
know, and then your database is the one that I don't see that throws out at you, but
Yeah, it talks about updating in GIS. It's in there somewhere, so.
It's about the fifth one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 up from the bottom.
Yeah, there's three of them that I don't think need to be in there at all.
And which
Serve
three?
as a resource from town council, blah, blah, blah. Assist in preparation, invitation of long-range plans for the town. That seems to be a DOT decision. And then the next one, stay abreast of new trends and innovations in the field of town management. I don't know if that needs to be in there either. Those three.
Which items were those?
So it's right here,
Which bullet though, I didn't find out.
right here.
Survey.
This one,
Okay, yeah,
this one, and this one. Wait,
those are out, okay. Everybody feel comfortable with that?
Otherwise, it's good, and then exposed to significant public scrutiny. Take
Yeah.
that out. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good.
So just kind of a summary, and let me know if I missed something here. We're gonna change the title to the Town of Hermosa Administrative Assistant. We're gonna change the one bullet from knowledge to willingness to learn municipal government processes. And then we're gonna go take out the 3 bullets, serve as a resource, assistant in the preparation, and attend and participate in professional group meetings. Okay, and
which ones?
That's my 2 cents.
I agree.
I think that's good. Sounds better now.
Are we leaving that one off? This one here, right? That must be functional.
Right.
Oh,
Aren't we looking for a full-timer anyway? No.
Administrative assistant?
No,
Admit,
full-time for your job, and then you could be the one. I know, but January 1st, she can only work
Right.
part-time.
right.
no, there's,
But if we found a full-time finance officer now, then you could be the assistant.
That's why I
Right.
mentioned the temporary
Yeah.
would not be a bad positioning
Because
for,
how many hours you can work?
but would we still need to call it a temporary though? Because if you can be half-time, but it's still a permanent job.
Yeah.
Be- yeah.
I mean, how many hours can you work?
Right now I can work 40
Yeah, I
until
know that.
1,250 for the whole year, so it's like just at 20.
20 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's enough or not for this city, this town, run assistance.
Or if it could be split between 2 people.
True.
And then, that's one of the
Right.
things that we'd look at making a
But we're
decision
still
and motion
advertising
later.
for a full-time finance officer, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I think
We
it,
kind of put that aside for a couple days just because we have budget meetings coming up, and then if we need to re-advertise at a higher salary, we were gonna be able to talk about that at the budget meetings.
And it's kind of like the chicken before the egg or the egg before
It
the
is.
chicken on which one of these jobs we
Mhm.
fill,
Right.
because it's, yeah. Because if we fill the finance officer job, and then hopefully someone else would want to take this job and could do it for a while, so, but that's all, yeah, go ahead.
That's why I think in the job description, it needs to say somewhere, full-time or part-time, depending on the person or the desired of the person that's, putting in the app. I mean, I think we need to be more flexible on that.
Why don't you just say the town is will consider permanent or full-time employment or part-time.
Right, something like that,
Leave it
exactly.
at that and then see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back, with the changes we recommended during discussion, for the changes on the description, position description and the title. Say something, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, say the same.
I think also, if I may, they're on the 1, 2, 3, fourth one. If we put at the end of statistical data and database management, we could completely take database management, billing clerk, and economic development, not even have a line for that. Put your town of Hermosa administrative assistant only at the top.
Yep, yep.
Then remove, like you said, the 4 at the bottom there. I think would put you in a good enough positioning to advertise it.
Okay.
You think, Gail?
Yep.
Thanks for
Just
your
add
input, Dan.
database management at the end there.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't you think?
yeah,
That's what I wrote,
okay,
like that.
got it, okay.
So with that last, addition that Dan had mentioned, all in favor of approving this, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say same. Motion carries.
Are you gonna advertise any municipal magazine? I didn't see any of our full-time finance officer in this month in that
I
magazine.
thought it was on the website.
How- Does it cost money to put it in the magazine?
That's one of the reasons I think that Monica didn't go there, because it was more expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know what
It
I'm
could
talking
be a
about?
good idea,
I
yeah.
don't know what it costs, but that's where I see
You hit statewide,
it's a statewide deal. Somebody might wanna move here.
research that again, I think.
Okay,
Okay, now, item number 3, and we've kind of already discussed that some too. So I guess I request a motion for approval to advertise the position as a permanent position or
Full-time or part-time.
full-time or part-time position.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion
Which
made
one?
by,
Either or.
For either,
Make it-
it'll say both.
So it'll
we're on
say full-time
three.
or part-time?
Yes.
yeah.
On number
That's
3.
what but it says permanent position here.
No, that's what, no, I'm not,
Change it.
that's why I'm requesting a motion different than that, so.
So full-time or part-time would be
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
And the motion was made by Linda
Yeah.
and seconded by Vicky. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. Okay.
What's
Then-
the matter? You look perplexed.
I'm a little stressed.
Call me.
You know, we gotta get the positions filled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like deja vu.
Yeah. Okay, the next item on the agenda is Fuel the Growth Economic Development course. Request a motion to fund BOT members who want to attend. And if we get Jill's position filled on time, that person, and then also to fund a position for Hermosa Connects, so they can send somebody. It's $395 per person, and I believe that this here could be paid out of the BB&B. Is that correct? Yes, go ahead.
I think Joan Harris might want to attend.
I did express an interest if P&Z is allowed to go.
I think that, based upon that, does someone wanna, the motion hasn't even been first or seconded, so let's just change the motion to the president of the planning and zoning.
I'd love to go too, but The hard part is with this
It's 3 days.
DRWS is also the 12th that I'd like to attend. And so, not all of this, there's many good topics, but some of the, you know, what they have in the financial end of it is probably not as much as what all the economic and business and them are all great things on Wednesday. And the hard part is on Tuesday, is more of just a welcome, a meet and greet. They go lightly into it, but Wednesday is the big day, and then there is good stuff on the 14th too. So the 13th, 14th are the better ones. I'd love to go to them 2 days, and I wouldn't make the 12th, but I'd still like to have an interest and then go to this WRWS on the 12th.
And I'd like to have an interest, I'd like to go also.
To this one or to this one?
To this one. And I think I might like to go to the other one also. I just lost the pen. But looking at the agenda, like Dan, I think the first day is, what the time start was what, noon?
Yeah.
Yeah, noon to 6, but then that's part of the registration and stuff. I don't know if we could do that.
Partake in part of it with a lower.
I'd say with the welcome and renew and schedule review, I'd say you can still show up on that day, would be my.
Because the other one goes till 3. Theirs goes till 4.
When is registration?
Well, this one was due by August 12th.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So we'll have to go back and,
If you want motels, is what the August 12th was.
Well, it's special event rate by calling before August 12th.
On
But-
motels.
that's on motel, yeah.
But I'm sorry, you're right. Mm-hmm.
So that's why
Okay,
for us,
okay.
that's,
It's a huge
it's
deal
on
there.
Cheyenne Boulevard at the college, so.
Okay.
I'd like to
I misread-
look at the
misread
one-day
that.
one there.
This one?
No, yeah, I would be interested possibly in that one. Yeah.
And there's not I haven't looked at that close, there's not a fee on that one-day one, is there, Dan?
9. You wanna go?
I don't have a copy of that in front of me, Dan, is there a fee on that one?
No, I haven't seen none.
Okay.
Is their last registration dates?
It's on Tuesday.
So I thought this was kind of put on probably by Western Dakota Regional Water.
Donna and I would like to also consider going to this.
Okay.
I don't believe there is a fee. I think this
doesn't-
is just open
There you go.
to the municipalities and
Yep.
board members.
But is there registration for anybody?
Well, I'll make sure, I'll just call him tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's, go ahead, Linda.
I was just gonna make a motion if,
Oh, okay. What is there, go ahead.
I was gonna make a motion that Dan, Jerry, and Joan all can go to the economic one. Nobody else wanted to, correct? And possibly if Jill or Gail and finance officer, a new one if we get one.
Hermosa
And Randy.
Connects.
And Hermosa Connects.
Yep.
Yep, I knew I was missing somebody, I just couldn't think, but, Okay,
Linda made a motion, is there a second?
can I keep going here?
Yes.
And that anybody that would like to go to the WDRWS one can go, and just to tell Gail so she can call if we need registration.
Okay. And that's the motion, and then there was a second, still a second. Seconded by Vicky. Any further discussion? If no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. Thank you very much, Linda. The next agenda item is Headwaters Economics. There's a memorandum of understanding that Joan has brought forward. And I just request a motion to have the BOT president sign the memorandum of agreement understanding with the Headwaters Economics. Can I get a
Sure.
motion made by Vicky, seconded by seconded by Donna, and it's open for discussion. The memorandum of understanding is in the packet. There's no cost whatsoever to the community. I believe in the last Custer County Commissioners meeting, I think they actually put it forward and approved for signing it also. Linda?
I just want to thank Joan for her hard work.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you. If no further discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say same. Motion carries unanimous. I'll be signing that again.
Okay.
Next item on the agenda is Anderson Engineering. I'd like to request a motion to have Anderson Engineering perform a survey and locate 9 corner pins as shown on the attached drawing.
I'll make that.
Motion made by Vicky,
I'll second that.
seconded by Donna. To start discussion, there will be future projects / grant requests that will require knowing the boundary points of some of the town's properties and right-of-ways. The continuation of the sidewalk on 2nd Street and Vilas to Ferguson Street is important for the safety of our children. In heavy snow accumulations, children are required to go, if they follow the sidewalk down to 2nd, they gotta go up across to get where the sidewalks are plowed. They gotta cross to the north side of the street, then go down by Pops and cross again. And both those areas, there's no crossing guards on it there. So that's one of the reasons that we're looking at submitting for projects there's an 80-foot right-of-way that the city has that goes in that location. And we just wanna mark out the corners so we can start looking at trying to get grants and stuff to extend that sidewalk further. And at the locations along Whitney Street, that's on the drawings, Whitney and 2nd Street. A citizen has contacted the Custer County Register of Deeds and had questions about his property that has been encroached upon. I was contacted by the,
Didn't they write a memo on this several years
Yes.
ago?
Yes.
I don't know, that's why we're bringing it back up.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was on, it was 20 years, more than we've used this right of way. The road actually encroaches on where the pins are. That's how it was built, and that's how it's been used forever.
Yep.
100 years. So I wrote a memo on that.
Okay, so
And I
maybe
explained that to those, who were those people that were here?
Finn house.
Finn houses, that's who
Here,
raised it.
and
They
I
were
said,
here,
the right of way is where the road is, not where the pins are. And I wrote an implied dedication to the right of way, if I remember right. It's been a long time, it was like one of my first things. I ever
Okay,
did.
so that answers one of the questions, where we need to know where the pins are. And where,
Yeah, okay.
because, just because the road took this over here doesn't mean another citizen can take over the other part. There are right-of-ways goes down through there, that's what we wanna look at, is at where the city's right-of-way is.
Yeah, who's the property owner that's,
Of course, me.
no, who's the property owner who's, maybe I'm,
The letter that you wrote,
Finn house,
Finn
Finn
House.
but it
Finn House.
encroaches in
I
that
thought it was
area.
5 years ago, we told them, if they wanted to challenge it, we could go to court on it then.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but he went up and contacted and I didn't know that happened. He went up and contacted, I think it's Terry Morgan?
Yeah.
And then she contacted me, looked into it, and I just said I'll look into it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that's still on file. You haven't seen that, have you?
No.
That memo I wrote?
But there's still, if we look at the map on it, with the points, the road does cut across that corner of his property, but the city right-of-way and their points and what's owned by the city is still there.
But we don't own right-of-ways. We have the right, see, and I can, maybe my diagram is too simple,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what I'm concerned about is that,
that the right-of-way cuts
Yeah.
through his property.
Yeah.
And I told them 5 years ago it was.
but the reason I'm concerned about this into the future is because we want to look at, I'm not so much worried about, see, right now, the fence comes down to here. Okay, this is a Whitney Street right-of-way. That's a right-of-way. At some point in time, there was a piece of property that was up here that was sold. It's gonna be developed at some point in time. So we need to look at, supplying water and sewer up there at some point in time, and requesting, with a facilities plan for water and sewer to the state to get grant money to do that. So I just wanna get clear that that land right there, we don't have to pay for a right-of-way to get onto that, because it's already a right-of-way. Is that correct?
Yeah, in my opinion it was. Still is. It was 100 years that road's been there.
I know the road's been there, but what I'm saying is where some of the city's right-of-way's been fenced off, we don't, that was never vacated.
Who's fenced off that? Right
It's been that way for 50+ years.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But all we're trying to do is, what I want to understand is, if we start writing the projects, we need to know, can we go down through there? It's on a right-of-way, it's the city's right-of-way. We can go through there then, even though it's fenced off, correct?
Yes, I mean, that was my memo, was that we had acquired it by implied dedication to the public. That right away's been used and maintained.
No, that's a different subject though. You're talking about turning the corner.
Right.
I'm talking coming down Whitney and going underneath the railroad tracks, where Whitney hits the railroad tracks, coming up on the other side.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna answer, or you're thinking?
Oh, no, that's, I was just stretching.
Oh,
I'm good.
go ahead, Linda.
I have a couple of questions. Speaking of the sidewalks, our plan on the sidewalk was, we had, the first, second, and third are done, or not quite done. The fourth section does not include this particular piece, and I think we're doing it about every 3 years.
Well, this phase is half of what they allowed us because
Right.
the price is doubled. So now all our phases have to change and add to, because they should have taken us to Ferguson and up to Maine.
Correct.
It's not. So now we're adding a new phase in there to get the rest of the way and back up to me. And
And-
then our last phase was Whitney. We're not
For the
there.
sidewalks, but yeah.
For the sidewalks. So my point is, I don't know that it's necessary to do that right now. Especially with the budget, the way we're at right now.
It's like 6 years away.
Yeah.
But I guess what I want to do, and what my concern is, oh, go ahead, I interrupt you. Go ahead, Linda.
Thank you. And the other thing is, why is it Anderson Engineering? And Anderson Engineers out of Hot Springs, or
The reason I requested Anderson Engineering, they've done a lot of surveying in this area. They have the points. They're gonna be here towards the end of the month. And that would have saved on mobilization charges and travel fees. One of the reasons that I'm looking at and why I want to get these 4 points over there, with the extension of Violets across railroad tracks and over to Ferguson, is so we don't have an issue in the future that say, well, that's the way it's been, that road ain't been there. And that is a public right of way, 80 foot. We need to be able to bring that sidewalk over there. I just want to have it on record. Go ahead, Dan.
The one on Vilas isn't. I mean, for that to be considered, the railroad has that right of way, they have the right to shut that down, that's never been approved. Yep, we've got an easement that comes over on the other side, and I have stakes already there on where that easement is staked out.
Okay.
But going across.
Well, that's one thing, we'll have to go back to the railroad.
Exactly.
We'll have to go back to the railroad and get that done. There's a lot of kids down in the Ferguson area that walk, and they don't have an area to walk. We're talking, we're talking in different phases. We're looking at grants. There's also possibilities to go out and ask the community to help build that across there by donations.
Well, it's one thing to build it, but it's one thing to get the right of way through the railroad, in which we tried.
Right.
And the railroad, that's why they shut it down, is they said they do not want another access across there. And that's why they pulled it off, that portion of it, and took it away.
And we can readdress that with them.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Linda.
as I recall, we were actually gonna try to thought about under the railroad. And it was on Whitney Street, wasn't it? And then they talked about the fact of the dangers of having an underpass. The dark and the hidden and all that, and that wasn't a good idea, for children's sake. But they also, at that time, and I know we can readdress the railroad at any time, the over the railroad bridge sidewalk staircase was, I can't even remember the price of that. And this was years ago.
Huge.
Huge. And, I mean, I'm not saying it would be wonderful, but we thought it would be wonderful years ago.
Yeah.
And we can address those things absolutely.
We can go back to the railroad
We
again.
can
and
go
ask.
to the railroad. I don't know what to expect out of them, but I would say maybe that to save the city finances, maybe going to the railroad first and seeing if it even is a possibility.
And on that there, being Dan said, he already has the 4 points located, and he understands that is a city right away.
Well,
And then, yeah, we could wait until we go back, and we can go back and readdress it with the railroad. Yes, Joan?
If I remember right, I believe that if you look at the active transportation plan for Hermosa, all phases are discussed and described in that. Which is better than us trying to say, as I remember. If you want to look at that.
thank you.
But it's just been brought up by some of the citizens in that area that their kids walk, so.
Yep. Yeah. We got right away, also, if I remember correctly, along the railroad tracks next to your property, we got right away when,
Where Whitney Street went straight through,
right,
that comes over. There's right away at the end where we did the drainage. And then the right of way goes across Violet through the middle of that lot that we have there. And then there's a sewer easement that also comes through the middle of that lot that is pinned out.
Do you want to make an amend the motion, or just to make a motion that we get with the railroad before we do the surveying?
I would love to make that motion.
Motion made. Second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say same. And I think there was another motion that was made that we got to take care of. That was a request to have Anderson Engineering mark the 9 corner points. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say aye. Aye.
That's an I though.
For the name.
I and they.
Yeah, say the same. Aye.
Yeah.
So it's unanimously voted down.
Yeah, okay.
Now the part that everybody's been waiting for, what's the time the clock say?
Can I have one more
What's that?
question? Can
Yes,
I-
go ahead.
Are we going into executive session tonight?
I didn't know if we were going to.
Could we for, it would just be a minute? Would anybody oppose
For
that?
what purpose?
It would be
Legal, personnel?
both.
Okay.
Thank you.
Say which one.
Should we go ahead and get citizens' input first and then go to executive session? And I guess I don't want to send the citizens out and then they gotta
Yeah,
come back and
agree.
listen,
Yeah,
so.
right.
So what I'd like to do is items from the citizens, items from the trustees, and then go into executive session the way it's on this, on the agenda.
That's fine. I was just questioning if
Yeah.
we could, or if we
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Items from the citizens. No action will be taken by the board on any issues related without being first placed on a future agenda by the board to allow for proper notice. The time reserved for public comment will be 15 minutes. No limit on individual speaking. Members of the Board of Trustees are open to the public. The audience will be allowed to comment on specific agenda items as they were as we went through the meeting. And again, this is a time for all members of our community, citizens, business owners, whether they live in town or not, and those living within the 1 mile radius to come and express their concerns and issues that come up for the city. If you have any, please raise your hand if you have any input. Citizens input. Yes, Chuck?
I had an incident yesterday that I've been arguing with myself whether to bring it up or not, but we had a very close call, which could have been very catastrophic. As you all know, most of that high-powered three-phase line, but theater down there, some of those major poles were knocked down in this wind that we had. So they were in the process of putting those back in, and these poles are huge. I mean, they're this big around and they're 8 feet in the ground. Snapped them off right even with the ground. So at noon yesterday, RAA requested a backhoe to dig these broken bottoms out of the ground. So on the third one, I went around and come through over by the main tower or the main substation over there. And what I saw upset me very, very much. These people that created the 811 locate was Montana, Dakota Utilities, the telephones, gas companies, everybody. And the last pole that we dug that stump out of, for lack of a better word, the stump, I talked to one of the guys in the REA and I said, did you guys take into consideration this gas line? What gas line?
Oh, the big high pressure one? Holy smokes.
So, there were 6 guys standing around this hole, and one of the main foremen says, oh God, I never even thought of it. I said, there's a marker 30 feet from you right here just sticking out of the ground this high.
They didn't do a locate, emergency locate?
Kind of like the railroad, who was here first? And of course, they questioned me whether that transmission line was there prior to, and I said, absolutely not. That gas line's been there for many, many years. I remember very well when a guy hit that gas line 38 years ago, and instant cremation right there.
Oh, God.
So, it could have been very, very disastrous. So when I lined up, without a location, I lined up on the 2 poles. They were 18 inches away from this gas line.
Mhm.
And they had a hole 8 foot deep there, and this gas line is about 36 inches deep. Absolutely ridiculous.
They must not have called one call because
Well,
you
of course
called.
they didn't, because their pole was existing.
Yeah.
Put it back in the same hole, but they did enlarge the hole big enough to take the old butt of the post out and install a new one. It could have been disastrous.
Thank you for being there.
Well, that's not the half of it. They run the auger back down the hole and wobbled it around for them.
Oh, man.
A little more to get the hole
God.
big enough to get that other post in. I said, what did I just say? You know, I couldn't stay there. I left.
Yeah, you wanted to get your pickup and drive away.
Get blown up.
Yeah, right.
It was the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Go ahead, Dan.
So as a contractor doing the work, aren't you supposed to call the locate in?
I wasn't doing the work.
Oh, who was doing the work?
REA.
So they,
They
Were
contacted
this
me
named
to
sub
come
then?
dig the holes out. They were the ones that were doing the general work on it. And luckily, when I showed up and seen what was going on, is when I started screaming foul, and,
I was gonna say, it should have been a stop work order.
you know, they already had it done.
But we don't have Chuck don't have the authority to do the call and stop work on it, so,
That's all the city does.
yeah.
Of course, being an inspector as you are,
Not for REA.
but it wouldn't be a bad thing for you to put a report in to 811 about it.
How much crap do you want to stir?
But
That's,
But we can't take on citizen input. As we said, we can't take action on any of that
I
as a
just-
board, so.
I think it was important to bring it up. I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
I keep thinking about it every minute, what could have happened there. And just unfortunate, but very, very lucky that nothing happened.
All right, any other citizen input? Trustee input. Dan?
I just had a couple items. I know last time we paid Mr. Ferguson to do the dumpsters. I didn't know with the times that we had involved, if there was ability to turn in a reimbursement on any of that or not. Second item, I know we bought that town mower for our town right-of-ways, but I don't know that I seen it getting used on personal property to mow there Sunday also. And I know we had that set up.
I'm not aware of it. He's been scolded about that. He was not aware of it, but I had told him over and over, not, it could be used in the right of ways and that stuff, but not on, I don't know where the personal property are you talking about.
Well, yours, but he was mowing with that mower on it, and that's why I know we agreed to buy it as a town piece of equipment and use it in all the
When
town.
was this?
Pardon?
When was this?
Sunday.
Huh?
Sunday, over there, when I went by, he was mowing.
Sunday?
Yeah, one of the days out there, Chris was out mowing on it,
That's-
whatever day he mowed.
He used mine as far as I know, but knowing that whole property.
Right.
He knows that don't belong to, it belongs to the town.
You have your own personal mower though, right?
I just wanted to make sure, you know, where we were at on that part of it, so.
Well, we talked a couple of times, to be damn sure that it's city property. If we use it, we've used it in both pump houses and
Right,
up and on Lower Whitney Street.
right, all the.
Not on mine.
I'm gonna miss Jill, sorry for that loss, and it's gonna be a hardship on Gail on that side of it. She was very, another good rock star, so. Other than that, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Linda,
None, thank you.
Donna,
Good meeting.
I agree
Vicky.
with Dan that Joe will be missed. I think we can get the position filled. In the meantime, I think we have a super rock star that is working very hard weekends, after, before regular work hours to keep this office flowing. And I really want to commend Gail for all of her assistance because, you know, she's at a point where I think she could do it pretty easy, and I am so grateful for her stick-to-itiveness and her willingness to help us.
Thank you.
yes, go ahead.
I'd like to make a comment on Dan Hallsworth, as far as using the mower over on our property. My son was working for the DOT on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He did special duties, so I know it wasn't this weekend.
Thank you very much for your input, Donna. My input is definitely gonna miss Jill. You guys seen all the stuff that she does, and you guys all know out in the public what she does. On her job description, all the things she does. I'm just so happy we got Gail right now, that came back, and otherwise we would be hurting even worse than we are right now. So I just want to say thank you to that. And with that, request a motion to enter executive session.
I'll make that motion at 8:08.
Second it.
Second it.
Second.
Okay, Dan, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say same. If the public wants to wait until after executive session, in case there's a motion that comes out of executive session, we can come back out and get you.
The purpose of the legal, executive session has to be stated that way.
Okay.
Legal and personal,
Mhm.
personnel.
Personnel,
Okay.
legal.
Just make sure that's in the motion.
Yep. Is there anybody that's gonna wanna be, that's gonna be outside and wanna be contacted back in?
There won't be any motions made from it. That I will,
Yep.
there might be, okay, sorry. Not on my part.
Thank you guys very much for
Thanks,
coming.
Maureen.
Thank you, Slade.
Hey, Deb.